Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry about the tech issues. I'm not sure what was going on. I hope this is working better. I will wait for another person or two to chime in and let me know if it's worked. Let me see. If it's worked. I am hoping this has worked better. I do apologize, everybody. We have a little something tech issue going on, I think. Give me just a sec to deal with this really quick. It looks like everything's coming through now. Okay, great. My apologies for that, y'all. Let me just get this fixed really quick. I got to fix one thing, and we should be good to go. That's weird. Huh. We're all good now? You guys are hearing me? Better. Excellent. Okay. Well, I am sorry about that, everybody. I'm not sure exactly what the hell went wrong there, but here we are. Let me just fix this quick. Okay. All right, everybody. As I mentioned, we do have 3 hours of whiskey chat tonight. That is what's going on, despite the little issue there. Great to have everybody here. And I'm going to just say hi to everybody really quick before we kick things off. East Texas, Daniel H. in the house, Peter White in Ontario, Donner Pass in Cali, Gary, San Francisco, Ben Demon Hunter, Alberta, Canada. What's up, everyone? How's it going? Anyways, so we got 3 hours of whiskey chat coming. That is the plan. Well, it's going to be 2 hours and 53 minutes now. But it is a whiskey chat, and it is Tasty Tuesday. So let's put all that BS behind us, and let's get after it. All right. Before we kick things up, all right, a few more folks have jumped in. Andrew Page. What's up? I didn't make it camping because it was raining too much, which sucked. Andrew Page is out in Jersey. All right. Okay. So we got 3 hours of whiskey chat coming. We got 8 folks in. Let's do this. Before we get into the show, I do want to share a little something. So coming up this Thursday at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific. If you're somewhere else, I'm sorry. I don't know the other time zones. I got a special live show that's going to be coming up on my channel with John, the whiskey neighbor from up in Canada. We're going to be getting together to talk whiskey. Surprise, surprise. Including some of our favorite whiskeys from 2021 so far that we have tried. So I'm going to drop this link in the chat. If folks are interested, set yourself up for a reminder or give it a like if you can. It should be a lot of fun. It'll be the first stream I've ever done with John. So I'm looking forward to it. He's a really good dude. If you're not a fan of his channel yet, Whiskey Neighbor is he's got his own channel on YouTube. You should definitely check it out. He does a bunch of great reviews. So we'll be doing that Thursday night at 9 Eastern. Good to hear, Ben. Not tonight. Nope, that'll be on Thursday. Tonight, however, we are going to chat. He's from Edmonton. Okay, so he's up in sort of in your area. Hey, Ben. Cool. All right. Tonight, here's what we got going on. I have a bourbon, and it's a celebrity bourbon. To set the table a little bit, the celebrity whiskeys, pretty increasingly popular. A lot of them in tequila, vodka, you know that. There's plenty of celebrity whiskeys as well. And I know folks got a ton of opinions on that. I usually steer clear of them, but the one we're going to check out tonight has kind of a cool little story. So I'll tell you the story behind it. So first and foremost, we're going to uncork this bottle. This is Digits Bourbon. This bourbon is created by NBA legend, 6-time NBA champion, Scottie Pippen of the Chicago Bulls. And about a month or two ago, Scottie Pippen had a release party here in Chicago of this bourbon. I was able to get my hands on a few. I did go to it. It was at a Benny's location. I got a signed bottle here. I got 2 signed bottles, actually. And then, of course, one to drink. So it was cool. Here's the deal with it, though. So now, like, this is what kind of made me think, this one might not be, this might be something kind of special. So it's bottled at 46%. That's a good sign. It is 5 years old. Also a good sign. So we got an age statement and we got a 46% ABV. And it is a collaboration between Scottie Pippen and Dave Finney that focuses on distinguished and mature bourbon whiskey. The bottler and producer itself is Savage and Cook out of Vallejo, California. And the bottling or the distillation was in Tennessee. So there you go. That's the story behind this. It's a pretty cool bottle. As you can see, what is most likely Scottie Pippen's hands all up and over this bottle. I would be curious in the chat, has anybody had this before yet? Or are there any other celebrity created, celebrity endorsed, celebrity branded spirits that you actually think are pretty solid? I know, you have like the Heaven's Door stuff, which is like Bob Dylan. You have in tequila, God, George Clooney. There's just so freaking many, right? So, without further ado, I gotta say I'm eager to try this, given the age statement and the 46% ABV. So that's pretty cool. The other thing I'll mention, so this runs around $65 here in Chicago. I'm not sure if it would actually, how much more it would be in other places, but kind of a nice bottling. It's got a glass top. So it's almost kind of like a decanter in a way. Let me get some of this in the glass. Finish up my Romac. I got a clean glass over here somewhere. But yeah, let me know in the chat. Anything you guys think are actually worthy celebrity spirits. Be curious to hear it. And then, of course, I'll let you know what I think about Digits Bourbon. It is a nice bottle. Okay. Let me just catch up in the chat. I do, again, apologize for folks who went to the original link. I had to set up another one because I had some audio issues. Yeah, Vallejo is just in your neck of the woods, right? That's right. Just across the bay. Yeah, Dickel Juice, probably, right? I'm expecting a little bit of that on here, so we're going to see how that goes. Peter White, yet to have a celebrity spirit. Indy out in Vancouver with the proper 12. That is, that's an Irish whiskey. Shoot. What is his name now? The Ultimate Fighting guy who kicks everybody's ass up until recently. Conor McGregor. That's right. Redmond's in the house. What's up, Nathan? Wanted to buy the Rocks tequila just because I used to watch his wrestling back in the day. There you go. Yeah, I didn't know he had a tequila. I know like, as I mentioned, I know there's like a George Clooney. I know Sammy Hagar from Van Halen fame has the Cabo Wabo, I think, or something like that. That one I have not had. I have had the George Clooney Casamigos. That one's not bad. It's actually a pretty solid tequila. That's right. Terry Bradshaw, the quarterback's got one. Great. Hey, what's up? Alan, the whiskey friend, joining us from across the pond in the UK. What's up, buddy? Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, yeah. I'm glad that they brought it back. Go Brewers. Regular Dickel, probably older than 5 years, and is 25 in Canada. There you go. Might be interested in Heaven's Door, but I haven't really heard any good things about Metallica's Black. That's right. Metallica has the blackened. I heard they just put out a cast strength of that. I have not had either. I haven't had the Slipknot one either, but I did see it recently. It's an Iowa whiskey, whatever the hell that is. You know, maybe they're starting their own style. I don't know. I know there's like a Wayne Gretzky. Isn't there a Wayne Gretzky Canadian whiskey? I might be wrong. Maybe they just throw his name on it, but. Tony and King of Prussia, what's up, buddy? Long time no see, man. How are you? Hope your summer's been well, man. Hey, Bourbon Bounty, joining us from North Carolina. How are you, man? Thank you. Yeah, I do again apologize. I had some audio issues, so I had to set up a new stream really quick to actually get this show posted because yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. Apparently, I had robot voice happening, so do apologize for that, y'all. But it looks like we are back in action, which is great, and we are about to sip Scottie Pippen's Digits Bourbon in just a second. I just need to check one more thing to make sure this is working. All right, we're good. Is it? Okay. You guys are still hearing me solid? Great. Man, I don't know what the hell happened with this. Very strange. Okay. Ryan Reynolds Aviation Gin. There we go. Peyton Manning's got a bourbon too. Jesus, man. I didn't know about half of these. Yeah, the Nick Offerman. Right, which is quite good. Drake has a Virginia undrinkable 80 proofer. Oh, man. That sounds terrifying. Excellent. Yeah, you know, you and I actually sipped a little bit of that together for your 4K celebration, if I'm not mistaken, Alan. That was good stuff. Florida's still here with Gerbic. Great to hear. Yeah, there's a whole series of Canadian hockey players. Gretzky owns the distillery. Okay. All right, y'all. So here we go. Digits Bourbon. Here's the bottle one more time. Kind of cool. 5-year age statement on this, 46% ABV. It is a collab between Scottie Pippen of Chicago Bulls fame and Dave Finney from Savage and Cook out of Vallejo, California. About a $65 bourbon here in Chicago. Nice glass decanter kind of top on it, which is pretty cool. As I mentioned, I did get some signed bottles from Scottie Pippen, which is pretty rad. Jesus, that's terrifying. 200. All right, so here it is. Not very dark. It's a pretty light, you know, kind of maybe in the medium in terms of the color here. As I said, so this was, it says it's distilled in Tennessee. So as Peter White noted, very likely going to have some Dickel going on in this, but we'll see. Let's check out the nose here on the Digits Bourbon. So right away, there's a very dry oak spice, almost like chocolates and like cinnamon. Much more on the dry side. The sweetness is in the background here. Little bit of that Tennessee. So, you know, for folks who don't know, Tennessee whiskey has what's called the Lincoln County process. Anything made, you know, the stuff that's made in Tennessee, it's usually filtered through maple charcoal. I don't know if this is or not. This is labeled a bourbon, but this has got a nice dry spice to it on the nose. Little bit, I'm trying to see what that fruit note is in the background. The nose on this is actually reminding me of like a Knob Creek single barrel. Yeah, a lot of dry spice, oak driven. Just some hints of cocoa and caramel in the background. Maybe just a slight apple note. Tough to say. Spicy, dry nose, which is interesting. All right, let's give it a taste. Happy Tasty Tuesday, everybody. Great to be back. Rich. It's got a dry rub barbecue note. I mean, I almost want to venture to say, if anybody here has had the Wild Turkey Long Branch, this is in that wheelhouse, almost like a mesquite barbecue. There's some nice kind of herbal notes. Caramel, yes. Vanilla, yes. Not much in the way of fruit, just a hint of cherry, hint of apple, but it's in the back for sure. You get a nice spice hit on this rich development. Dries out pretty quick. You're left with, it's like a little bit of cayenne pepper, like a barbecue dry rub a bit. Sweetness too at the end. Medium long finish. This is where I'm starting to taste a bit of that maple charcoal Lincoln County process, but it is definitely in the background. It really only shows up here on the finish, and it's working really well. It's like a sweet barbecue sauce kind of on the end here. This isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. I'm going to do another sip neat here. I can't get away from this barbecue. Like a Kansas City barbecue. Thick, kind of. Well, no, I'm sorry. I take that back. It's more the tomato-based barbecue sauce. Sweet. Getting a lot more of that heavy maple charcoal note now. Yeah, so the Dickel is definitely showing up. Good call, Peter White. Not bad. I'm not sure it reaches that $60-some price point, but Boy, it really arrives with a nice heavy mouth coat, man. Candy-like. Let's try some water on it. So again, I want to, just to give everybody the specs here. I mean, it's got a 5-year age statement. It is bottled at 46%. So they clearly didn't just slap his name on it. I do appreciate that, at least. I would say all in all, the profile here is more on the Tennessee whiskey side. So you are getting more of that kind of the maple syrup note, a bit of that almond note. Nice nose. The nose is great. I mean, if we were going to go by the number, give numbers by the experience here, this is the nose is probably in that 3.5 range for sure. It's even more. It's quite a nice nose. It develops really nice too. Spicy herbal barbecue. You get a nice heavy hit of flavor too, right as it starts to dry out on that oak spice, as I mentioned. Finish is quite different than the nose and the taste on this. It is much more medium. It's medium length. It's much more of this Tennessee whiskey flavor. Again, as I mentioned, the maple, sugary. Not bad though. Probably a 3.5 on the taste, and maybe a 2.75, 2.5 on the finish, give or take. If you like a sweeter bourbon, if you like a spicy bourbon, that's what this thing's bringing. It's sweet and spice. It's kind of an interesting journey. The nose is much more spicy, and as you get into the finish, it just sweetens. It just gets sweeter and sweeter as it goes. For 5 years, 46%, not bad. Now, here's where it gets a little bit tough. Is, this is around $60 some, and unless you are a huge Scottie Pippen fan or Chicago Bulls fan, which I'm, not a didn't grow up a Bulls fan, but you're definitely paying a little bit for this. I'm not quite sure where it fits in, but a decent effort. One of the better celebrity whiskeys that I've had. And it'll be interesting to see if he puts out anything else under this label. So again, here's one of the signed bottles that I got from him, which is pretty cool. I ended up getting 2 bottles signed from him. Yeah, this is probably in that 3.25 range, probably around a 3.25. I guess I would probably put on this. Maybe a 3.5. Not bad stuff. I gotta say though, the fact that they actually put the age statement and went up to 46% on this is really encouraging. You just really don't see that. Digits Bourbon. Kind of, yeah, as I said, it's got this glass top. It's kind of like a decanter style. Definitely going for kind of a modern, fancy presentation here. And the juice isn't bad. I'll be curious if I'm going to definitely want to share this with some of my more bourbon head fans and see what they think about it. I'll probably throw this actually in with, I'm going to do probably in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to do another raffle for Patreon supporters where I will get 3 folks some sample sets of some things that I've been enjoying. I think I'll probably include this Digits Bourbon in that. I really like the nose on this. It's this dry spice. There's some rye notes. I swear it's almost like a high rye Dickel or something. Man. There's rye in this for sure. Very, very rounded, but then you get the heavy spice head. The finish just gets a little It's a little bit overly sweet. I wish it kind of hung on with a little bit more of that complexity longer, but it's a 5-year-old spirit. It just drops off a little quicker than you'd like. Yeah, 3.25. Above average. With the price, I think there's a lot of promise with this. I really like what they've done. I just think that, a little bit more age maybe. Yeah, not bad. Let me know in the chat. Anybody had this yet? And, we just had a nice, good chat about, celebrity spirits that folks have had. They thought were okay, some that they didn't think were okay. I'd love to hear if anybody has any other ones that have come to mind. I'm going to catch up here on the chat just a little bit. As I am a little behind, as always. Bourbon Bounty's in the house. What's up, man? Juan, out on Oahu, Hawaiian Islands. What's up, buddy? Great to see you. Yes, you did. Indy, since the world is about to end with all this chaos happening, which bottle would you grab if you could grab only one? Brook Lottie Black Art 4.1. Uncle Nearest is the best version of Tennessee whiskey I've found. That's fair. Book saying hi to Juan. Chatting Mortlock. Long branches filtered in mesquite charcoal. Yeah. This doesn't have this smoke, but it has some of that flavor. Hey, Ohio. Top Shelf D, what up, man? Top D's in the house. Yes, we are. We were talking the Pippen bottle. I hear that Pippen bottle starts out well, but when you get to the finish, it just refuses to go in the game. The finish, I don't know how long you've been here, but it's a bit on the sweet side. It loses a bit of its promise compared to the nose on this, but it's not bad stuff, man. Definitely could see it as a nice sipper, even with all that spicy intensity. Good to see you, Top D. Thanks for stopping in. Nate Redman's got some triple wood in the glass. No Toonie Coach whiskey. Coach is going to get a whiskey, man? Everybody gets a whiskey. What would Coach call his, man? Sixth man bourbon. Can't speak for the Blue Note. Right, a good point. Coach would be vodka. Woody. No, man, he'd be a white rum. Come on now. Hey, SoCal. What's going on in Los Angeles? City of Angels. Cohen. Yes, we are all fixed. Apologies for the issues. Old Tub 13.90. Oh man, yeah. Yeah. Walking Dead bourbon? Jesus shit, man. $20 overpriced. Earlier when I was drinking this, I said the nose reminded me of like a Knob Creek single barrel. I take that back. It's not Knob Creek. It's this smells like a rye. It smells like a Dickel rye. There's no doubt in my mind that there's rye in this, and a healthy amount of it. It's all okay. That's the one it was. It reminds me of like a Jefferson's. That's the note I'm getting on this, where you get this like the kind of caramel butterscotch sweetness, but also the heavy raspberries. It reminds me of like a Jefferson's rye. It's quite good. Quite good nose, solid development. Finish could use a little work, but whatever. It is a little pricey for what it is. I agree, but not bad juice and bottled with integrity for the most part, which is great. Oh shit! Did it? That's trouble. We pay $45. Take them down a notch. Yeah. Me too. Yeah. I think this is a 3.5 whiskey, but I with the cost, I'm gonna knock it just a little bit. Digits has the same bottle as Domaine de Haut's class French whiskey. Really? Okay. That I did not know. Zach Andrews, Tejas, what's going on down in Texas, buddy? The Texas crew's in the house. The Canadian crew's in the house. What's up, y'all? We got 16 folks in, which is awesome. Glad everybody could migrate over. Again, I do apologize. I had some audio issues to start things off. London. Good evening to you, sir. Nice to see you, man. We were just talking about Scottie Pippen's bourbon. Digit. It's pretty good. Hanging in there, man. Duke Reserve was a really good celebrity bourbon, even at the 100 price point. I'm not sure if I've seen that one before. Toro, UK is in the house. We were just doing Digits Bourbon. This is, well, we're doing this one. It's a celebrity crafted bourbon by former Chicago Bulls legend Scottie Pippen. We were just chatting about celebrity spirits in general, and I had the opportunity to meet Scottie Pippen at a signing. I do live here in Chicago where he played ball. I got a couple signed bottles, including this one right here. And we were just checking out his bourbon, which is not a bad bottle. A little pricey, but not bad. Great to see you, Toro. What are they charging for the Russell's 13? Nice. You like that one? Have you had the Carchis yet? I see that it's starting to pop up over in the UK. I'm waiting until it comes stateside. The overseas prices were kind of expensive. The Lefroy, folks who don't know that, Lefroy Carchis this year is a Pedro Jimenez cast strength. Yeah. Shout outs to the Texas crew, the Canadian crew. We got some folks, the UK showing up. We got Whiskey Friend. We got Welsh Toro. We got James Morgan holding it down. Do your thing, man. Former college coach. Oh, God. It's not, I worry about what that might be. Sandusky or something. Well, he wasn't a coach, but, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, Pippen whiskey. Scottie Pippen knows his juice. He didn't make no crap whiskey, that's for sure. So props to him for that. For Patreon supporters out there, I think probably maybe next week or 2 weeks from now, I'm going to kick off the next raffle. And I'll include samples of this for the folks who win the raffle. So y'all get a chance to try this and tell me what you think. I got a couple other goodies I'm going to throw in there as well. So stay tuned on the live. I'll announce that. Yeah, probably at the end of maybe the first one in September at the latest. Okay. So switching gears a little bit, just to give folks the heads up, Telex Whiskey Tech and I are back on tonight for Tasty Tuesday. We are heading to the coast of Highlands of Scotland. We are going to be checking out two whiskeys from a distillery called Old Pulteney, the town of Wick, right on the coast. We are going to be checking out in hour number one Old Pulteney's. They've recently went through a kind of a remarketing of their whiskey. They got rid of some of their old treasured drams and have introduced some new ones. Their 17 and 21 have left the station, and they now have a not only new packaging, but a 15 years old and an 18 years old in their core range. We're going to check both of them out. In hour number one, we will be checking out the Russell's 15, or I'm sorry, the Old Pulteney 15. Good part is they've kept the onion topped, still looking bottle, which is cool. So we'll be checking out the Old Pulteney 15, hour number two, Old Pulteney 18. So folks who want to learn a little bit about Old Pulteney, do join us. I will drop the link in the chat. In about, what will it be? 15 minutes, 20 minutes from now. Looking forward to that show. I think, Telex and I have been off for a week, so it'll be good to connect back with him before he leaves for another week on vacation. So summertime schedules are getting the best of us, but I do want to share one other thing with everybody while we're here. But as you saw earlier, I'm having some tech issues, and I'm having it once again here on this end. So if you can bear with me just a second, I apologize for the clunky live stream here. But I do have one thing I want to share with everyone. Coming up on Thursday, I am going to do a special Thursday live stream with a special guest, and that guest is John, the whiskey neighbor. John and I have been chatting for a little bit of time now, and he's going to be coming on the show. We're going to be talking about some of our favorite whiskeys that we've each had so far this year. This is going to be Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 Central, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'm going to drop this link in the chat. If folks are interested, head on over, smash that like, get yourself a notification. It would be great to show John a good time here with the Malt Whiskey crew. So I'm looking forward to that, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. In the meantime, I got another dram I'm going to pour, and this is a sample courtesy of Andrew Page. This is a Hunter Lang Distiller's Art Craig Ellicky single cask, 21 years old, 52.7%. Aged in sherry. I'm going to get this scotch in the glass here so we can begin the transition into some scotch before the old Pulteney show. And let that sit for a second and catch up here with folks in the chat. I see we got 16 folks in, which is awesome. The C918 is not one of my favorites either. I don't know how available those are over you in your area, Welsh Toro, but boy, if you can get your hands on the B520 ever, that is a seriously good one. Maybe we can talk sample swap sometime. Shoot me an email if you're ever interested at malt.muser@gmail.com. Russell's 13 was 200 at the place. So I won't pay over 100. Blue Spot type whiskey. Yeah, I agree, Cohen. I'm going to stay away from that one. At Malt Muser, I wish there was a Russell's 15, but I'm having a hard enough time finding this. Yeah, I've never seen the 13 right here. They don't have it anywhere here in Chicago either. There was a spot, like some of them showed up at Binny's and they were gone right away. There you go. Yeah, it's pricey over there. Alan enjoyed the Glengarry review. Oh yeah, Alan did that review, Glengarry 12. That's a good whiskey. Bayou Drams. Hey, how you doing? Solange. Great to have you in the house. Thanks for joining. Bourbon Bounty's heading to Louisville. Where are you going, Rabbit Hole? Wow, this has got a nice funk to it, man. Wow. Interesting. Here's that link, by the way, folks, in the chat. This is for the Whiskey Neighbor stream that we're going to do. And yeah, in about 15 minutes, I'll drop the link for Telex's channel, and we'll be heading on over there. We got 21 folks in now, which is awesome. We'll be heading on over there for the old Pulteney show for Tasty Tuesday, Telex and Malt Show. So I hope you guys can join. Yeah, right. Folks chatting it up with Welsh Toro. Top D says the C918's a hitter. Gorman Nationalist dropping in on the drive home to send you good wishes, my dude. Hope it was all very sorry to hear about the ticket. Hey, all good, man. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know what happened. We had some weird audio issues. Apparently, I was talking like a robot, and it's not because I drink too much. So, cheers, Gorman. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Amir's in the house too. Bladnock 10 is in the glass. Glen Scotia Funk on it. Baby throat. I was supposed to get a bottle of that, finally. I did have a sample of it sent by Donner Pass, which was really, really good. Thank you for that, Donner Pass whiskey. And I had ordered a bottle, and then it didn't show up for 2 weeks. And I write to these people. I'm like, what's up? I haven't got my whiskey yet. And they were like, oh, yeah, we actually don't ship to you. Do you want a refund? I was like, what? You guys didn't even ship it for 2 weeks, and then you ask me if I want a refund? Like, yeah, I'd love one. So unfortunately, I am still on the hunt. I can't find that anywhere here in Chicago, Amir, so I hope you're enjoying it. It's a good whiskey. B519 was his favorite, says Daniel. Yeah, man, boy. The Elijah, I do have a Elijah Craig barrel proof playlist on the channel of all the ones I've reviewed. I think my favorite was the C917, followed closely by the B520 batch. The most recent one, the B521, is probably my least favorite that I've had. Still a good one, but like it's not a wow. He is going to rabbit hole, dude. Nice. If you haven't yet, you have to try the Rabbit Hole Derringer. That is a seriously good bourbon. One that may be talked about on my show with Whiskey Neighbor, by the way. Mash and Ton recommended C918, but it's nowhere near the old dumb. Well, that's probably true. Better watch the ECB talk. It tends to give Malt Mr. Whiskey reviews butterfingers. You remember that, huh? Buy you drams, man. Cheers on that. Yeah, I had a little accident with one of those ones. There's no doubt. That is on video somewhere. I wish I could remember what date, but yeah, there was a live stream that I eagerly went to grab a bottle and dropped a bunch of it on the floor. Too funny. Yeah, that's brutal, man. That's brutal. Nice pickups, man. I've never had any of the little books. Top D. They're all going to be different, but C19 is a wonderful, deep, and complex bourbon. So much dark chocolate and good oak. Fair. I'm sure I had it over a 4 because, I don't know, most of those are... I think the only one I've ever had under a 4 score was the most recent batch, which is kind of a bummer. But they've had such a good run, I guess I'll give them that. It's just not that interesting. New businesses that give me nothing. You're going to be in really good shape with that, man. I mean, yeah, the Rabbit Hole, you got to try that Derringer if you go there for sure. IC86, what's up, buddy? How are things out in the Georgia suburbs? Hope you're staying cool. Some chat about ECBP. I thought the A batch this year was pretty good. It wasn't, you're right. I mean, it wasn't great. I'm trying to think about great releases of that stuff. A119, A120, B520, C919. Those were some good ones. C917, really, really good. If you go back further, I don't know, I get a little bit, I lose my memory on those. But I mean, of the recent batches, those are the ones that I would put as ones I thought were pretty damn great. I'm hoping you're right. I mean, yeah, the one that came out in January this year, it wasn't a great, but it was above average, I think. The B batch though was strangely pedestrian. But that's pedestrian for Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, which is stellar fucking bourbon. So C519. You mean the C919? I don't know. All good in the ATL. Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm glad you're safe, man. I was about to ask. That was the next thing. I know you guys were getting the brunt of that. Can somebody tell me what the deal is with Little Book? I'm going to confess my ignorance here. So I know you got the regular Booker's releases, and then you have these little books, which my assumption was, I don't know, like some type of like even less aged version. I've heard good things though. Are they worth the money? Y'all are gonna have to educate me on this. All good, man. We got your back, D. Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about. Anyways, so this Craig Allocate that I'm sipping here, this is a Douglas Lang sample. It's a 21-year-old single cask, and it is, it's fantastic. 52.7. There is an incredible funk note. Somebody earlier, I think it was somebody mentioned that they were getting Glen Scotia notes on one of their whiskeys, like the funk. I am getting that big time on this. There's an earthy funkiness to this. The earthen warehouses. There's a menthol note in this as well. I don't know. Is Andrew Page still in the house? I'd love to hear, Andrew, what your thoughts were on this. This is fantastic. It smells like a Glen Scotia. Little prickly, but the dry, it's all dried cherry notes. I mean, it smells like Christmas. Craig Alecky is one of these distilleries that, like, you know, they have that 13-year, and then otherwise you got to really go up the scale of cost to try their stuff. So this is a real treat. I'll do just a bit of water on this. Let me know in the chat if anybody has had any Craig Aleckys worth writing home about. I can imagine this is probably in that $200 range at least. 21-year-old single cask. Come on. Nice legs, though. Man, what a good whiskey. Once again, the Scotch brings the goods. There's a nice dark chocolate note in this, too. Craig Alecky is an interesting distillery. I mean, it's not super accessible. I think it's a bit challenging. It definitely demands a palate that, you know, appreciates some more kind of sour, bitter notes. There's definitely some of that in here. A lot of raw, elemental barley sugar, or like kind of barley grain note, barley malt notes. I love an older whiskey aged in sherry, because that transition from, like, the beautiful thing about sherry is just you start and it's a very sweet, almost like cloying fruitiness. And as it ages in the barrel, it turns, you get much more dry, kind of Christmas spices, nutmeg, clove, things like that. It still retains some of that fruitiness, but it moves into a more tart, kind of sour look. In this one, for example, there's a little cranberry. It's great. The deep, complex berry notes on this. Blackberry. It's on the finish. It's just, this is a really good whiskey. This is again, this is a 21-year-old Craig Alecky single cask, Hunter Lang Distiller's Art, aged in sherry. Excellent stuff. I've seen the 17, but yeah, that 23 is always kind of outside my price range. Only the 13 I've tried. You just have that flinty, sulfury dunnage thing going on, kind of like Edredor system here. Yeah, good call, man. Exactly, like Edredor. There's a bit of that going on in here too. That's, yeah, you hit it. You hit the nail on the head. Flinty. I got to remember that, because that's what I'm getting. I mean, it does have that earthy dunnage warehouse, but there's something else. There's like a sharper kind of metallic note, but that's what it is. Flinty is the way to put it. Well put, man. Man, this is good. I'm curious what a bottle of this cost. I got a machine here that tells you the cost. There it is. Craig Alecky, Distiller's Art. It's about $150 at Mission Liquor. SoCal folks in the house. Mission Liquor. You got a bottle of this for $150. I would get it. Yeah, $144. Wow, that's a really good price. Really good price on this. Yeah, Mission's got it at that price. $144. This is a good bottle at that price these days, for sure. Keep your eyes peeled for this. They got it over at K&L Wines too, Southern California. $140 at K&L. ABV is 52.7. This one's worth checking out. There is an incredible on the nose. I'm getting it more on the nose, but on the finish earlier, there is an incredible blackberry kind of blueberry note that I never get in these places, like as strong and profound as I do in this. This is interesting. Oh man. It still has that kind of sharp astringency that you kind of get out of the Craig Elliott stuff, which I'm really enjoying. All right, we are almost in Telex, the Whiskey Tech live stream territory. Let me get y'all this link. He's about to go live. As I mentioned tonight, we are doing Old Pulteney, 15 years old, Old Pulteney, 18 years old in hour number 2. I hope everybody can join. This is going to be a really fun show. Telex has been, well, we were off last week, so here is that link. Folks want to begin migrating over there. Hit like on the way out the door if you can. I would appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, really appreciate that. I am within 100 of that magic 1,000. So hoping to get that by the end of the year, if not sooner. So if anybody hasn't yet to subscribe and you've enjoyed the show, man, I'd appreciate your support. I'll have another review coming up this Friday. As always, Patreons, you'll get that early. That will be dropped in your you'll be looking at your email boxes probably sometime early Thursday morning or late Wednesday. You'll be getting the latest whiskey review. Trooper's in the house. What's up, buddy? Great to see you, man. Are you on the shore or are you out in the Gulf somewhere? Man, again, Andrew Page, if you're still watching, thank you again for this Craig Elliott sample. This is, man, this is just hitting the spot for me tonight. I don't know why, but it really, really is. This is really good. Distillers Art, Hunter Lane Distillers Art, 21-year-old cask strength, single cask, Craig Elliott 21. Keep an eye out for this one. As I was mentioning, pretty nice prices. Oh boy, he's on land. Look out. I'm excited. We're going to do a Ben Nevis show soon. I have a 21-year-old Ben Nevis single cask behind me. I'm going to maybe I'll do that next week. I don't know. We'll see. I definitely got one. Folks saying hi to Trooper. Carnmore Lefroy 6 a couple years ago. Oh, nice. Have you ever, Walsh, maybe you've had these. Have you ever had any of these High Grove single cask Lefroy 12-year-olds? This I got one like 2 years ago. It's really quite good. And I think they're doing them annually. These folks at this High Grove store buy a single cask or two, or from Lefroy and bottle it themselves. They're only like 46%, or 48 maybe. I don't know, but really, really good stuff. I mean, the one I have at least. I'm not sure if I've had any of the newer ones, but. Dickel 13. Zan, what's up, buddy? Hey, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thanks for joining. I'm going to drop the link one more time. Here is the link. Telex and I are about to start the Telex Malt Show with some Old Pulteney chat for the next 2 hours. So feel free to head on over. You should be firing things up any second. And again, really look forward to seeing everybody. And again, one more plug for Whiskey Neighbor and I are going to be doing a little show talking about a couple of our favorite whiskeys that we've had in 2021. That'll be Thursday here on the Malt Muser channel at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, 7 Mountain. So I hope I can see folks there, man. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to chatting with him. It's been a long time coming, so we're gonna do our thing. Yeah, Agreed. That you've had a bunch of them too, and that's awesome. All right, Trooper. Good to hear. All right, everybody. Link is in the chat. I'll catch you guys on over there, man. Everybody stay safe, be well. And again, thanks for rolling with the tech issues that started off the show today. I'll see everybody over on the Tasty Tuesday Telex Malt Show, man. Cheers, everyone.